Hello, FBC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the Midweek Refresher video. I desire to do two things. Number one, provide you information. And number two, provide you inspiration in the middle of your week. Certainly hope your week is going well. And if not, may this video serve as a source of encouragement as well as a reminder that our God is with us no matter what comes our way. He loves us, cares for us, and wants the very best for us. All right. So, hey, on with the informational portion of this video. The first piece of information is that this upcoming Saturday at 10 a.m., the men are invited to come to the church and help us do some work on the playground that has recently been installed in the playground outside of Melody Park. As I said this last Sunday, that playground is used by Melody Park students as well as children here at the church. We need your help. We have some product that we need to get on the ground there so that children are safe and that it's usable and it'll be a great time for them. But we need your help. We really do. And so join us here at 10 a.m. And what I understand is this: the more of us that are there to help out, the quicker this job will get done. So please be here, bring a great attitude, bring a servant's heart, and we'll have a wonderful time doing that this Saturday at 10 a.m. Also on Saturday, we are heading down to Closer Walk. We will be heading down there at 3 p.m. Saturday afternoon to serve dinner to the people in Chinatown, and we need your help there as well. So it is a great ministry that we get to do there, as not only do we serve a meal, but we also interact with people. And in those interactions with people, it's a reminder to the people in Chinatown that they matter. And so please join us for that. Again, I spoke about this a little bit on Sunday, that James calls us out to care for widows and orphans, and there will be plenty of widows that will be serving on Saturday afternoon down in Chinatown. Please join us for this. If you have any questions about this, reach out to Tracy at fbcsalinas.com, and let her know that you have questions, or let her know that you're going to help out. That would be a great thing. It's always a good time. We'll be back to the church around 5:45 that afternoon. All right, so that's it for the announcements pertaining to what lies ahead very, very soon. There's also a women's ladies game night next Monday night on the 18th. That's
from 6 to 8 o'clock.
And then there's a hymn sing that goes from 6 to 7 on the 19th, Tuesday the 19th. So if you have any questions, please email us info@fbcsalinas.com. That would be great. All right, so on to the inspirational portion of the video. And I have a confession to make to you. Not every book of the Bible really excites me. I know that could be a little edgy for a pastor to say that. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that, but I got to tell you, there's some books in the Bible I'm like, okay, it's there. I know it's there. I know it's inspired, and I simply find getting through them a little bit difficult at times. And so anyway, I just want to say that I'm in one of those books right now. And it's not a horrible book by any stretch, but I don't really get overly thrilled about it. And it's 1 Kings. 1 Kings starts off really well, and then all of a sudden all these kings go downhill in a hurry, it seems. And what hit me as I was making my way through this in my devotional time, I'm at that place in 1 Kings where Solomon has built the temple, and then he built his palace, and then we come to this prayer of dedication for the temple. And he says something in this prayer that really blew me away, because it is such a rich statement that he makes that it even spurred me to take a look at the way I view the Lord. Listen to these words. This is in 1 Kings chapter 8, starting at we'll just start in verse 22. Then Solomon stood before the altar of Yahweh in the presence of all the assembly of Israel and spread out his hands toward heaven and said, O Yahweh, God of Israel, there is no God like you in heaven above or on earth beneath, keeping covenant and showing steadfast love to your servants who walk before you with all their heart. You've kept with your servant David, my father, what you declared to him. You spoke with your mouth and with your hand have fulfilled it to this day. And so that's the premise. That's the opening words of this prayer of dedication. But then a few verses later, listen to this, and this is what grabbed me today as I was spending time in the Word. And it's this: but God will indeed dwell on the earth. Behold, heaven and the highest heaven cannot contain you. How much less this house that I have built. What an amazing statement. What an amazing statement that God cannot be contained. He just can't. And what hit me was that how is that possible that I actually at times have the audacity to think that I can contain God? Solomon built this magnificent temple. It was considered one of the wonders of the world at the time. And he makes the statement, he says, you can't be contained. You can't be contained in earth, in heaven, in the highest heaven. How in the world can we think that we can contain you here? And what hit me was, how often have I tried to contain God? How often have I limited who he is? And I guess what I'm driving at is he's uncontainable. His love is unending. His holiness knows no bounds. His power is unequaled. His reign is eternal. I could go on and on. And what I'm saying is, have you contained God? Have you limited who he is? Because he's uncontainable. That means that whatever you're experiencing in life, he's there. He is with you. It means that no matter what the problem is not too big for God. The problem isn't too small for God. Our God is so much bigger, so much better, so much more than we realize. I want to encourage you throughout the rest of the week to allow yourself to say, God, you're bigger than I am. Help me to not forget that, and help me to remember that each and every day of my life. So let's do that. We have a big God. Let's celebrate him and not shy away. God bless you. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.